not the Waynes.
We're not the Waynes.
Bitch, I hate to tell the truth, we're not the same.
Box and Rap Podcast.
Alright, what is good, people? It is the Ox and Rap Podcast, here to talk about Bungou Stray Dogs Season 4. What's good, Perry?
Hey man, life is good, man. It's a Friday, just got paid. It's looking good, man. Looking good.
I don't know if you got yours already, but shouldn't it also be tax returns too coming up? I haven't got mine yet though.
I haven't got mine yet. I see people on Twitter talk about it, and I was like, damn, it's tax season already? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
I forgot. I got my W-2s just the other day. I did my stuff already. I think they said it take like 9 to 10 days, but hey, good days ahead. I'ma definitely need that bread. Probably get some upgrades to, the whole YouTube scene. I want to get a new mic, and I want to probably get a new camera. But what I'm prioritizing is a hard drive, because I really, really need that. To back up some videos. That's gonna be the first thing on the list. But what's good to everybody watching? We got 3 people watching right now. We got Morgan, Darius in the chat. Morgan said first. Darius said Morgan trying to race somebody. What's good, y'all boys? I don't think y'all sticking around for the Bungou Stray Dog discussion, but how you feeling in general? How life treating you? All right, man. So Perry, we said that we were gonna wait until the flashback ended. It's ended. We talking about episodes 2 and 3. How would you feel? I don't even want to get into the key details yet, but how would you say this stats in comparison to the other flashbacks we've seen in Bungou Stray Dogs?
Oh, that is going to be tough. I think it's better than season 3 flashback. But I don't know about 2. Season 2 flashback is tough, but this one is tough too, just because of how to focus on Rampa and the Fukuzawa. So I don't know, man. I still want to say 2. 2 probably still my favorite, but this is pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Just God, I gotta remember names. Just to remind people though, if they don't remember how the flashbacks were from season to season. Season 2? Yeah. Season 2 was the older flashback, correct?
Yeah, that was the older flashback.
Okay, so season 2 was the one on Oda. Season 3, man, why am I blanking on his name?
Shifuya, man.
Shifuya.
Big Gravity.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I would probably agree with you. So you would have it season 2, season 4, and season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably have it in that exact order. Crazy too, because Rampo is my favorite character out of the people that were focused on in those flashbacks. But nah. Yeah, that older one was too elite for me.
I have a question. Do you think it's because on seasons 3 and 4 flashback, we're getting characters that we know survive, while season 2 we're getting a character that we know has a tragic end in that arc?
That could be it. It felt weird for Oda, because it was just a new character. I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
So I had no idea where it's going to lead up to. So the whole surprise factor, I feel, would definitely play into my enjoyment of it. I just didn't know where exactly it was going to go. But with everybody else, it's just, you don't know how the flashback's going to play out, but you know for sure by the end of it, they're going to end up good when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and I think season 2 is so good because you get to see Dazai's time in the Port Mafia, which is something that was teased later on in season 1. So just seeing Dazai in a different light kind of helps elevate that season for me personally.
Yeah, I can feel that. But right now, episodes 2 and 3. All right, so we continued on with the whole theater woes, and we got more, or I guess we concluded it, but So the whole message of we're going to show you true death and everything. So yeah, the main culprit, I guess he wouldn't even be the main culprit, but the guy who was carrying out this plan was the actor that we saw. I think his name was it Murakami? I believe so.
Murakami.
Yeah. Murakami and the stage right were the guys who were carrying out the deed. But in the background, of course, was V or 5. And you already know my boy looking up from the building, just seeing how things playing out. Okay, smirking at him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a resurgence. We got locked up last season, but we gonna be back. That was good to see him, though. Good to see him.
Yeah, it was like, this man is everywhere. But when I first seen him, I was like, golly, he be playing in everything.
Yeah, he be in the mix for real.
Yeah, and it's so crazy how far he's been planning these elaborate plans. Because I don't think you've seen Bungou Stray Dogs, the movie, right?
No, I have not.
Okay, good. I probably won't go into here, but the movie, he's also in that movie as well.
He's definitely, to me, the best villain they have. He's their most. He just. The way he can play people and the way he orchestrates things, he hasn't even had too much screen time. I just mean literal screen time. How many times you have seen his face on screen? You probably have seen other villains on screen more than him. Definitely more. More has definitely been on screen more than him. But man, the things he could get done in the background, it feels like Littlefinger-esque to me.
Yeah, what he did in season 3 with that one guy who captured him, that was masterful work, man. That was top 5 manipulators ever.
He dogged
that was nasty. Yeah.
He made that man kill himself. He dogged him.
That's crazy.
That's my boy right there. Fool your door. Yeah.
It's like Russian.
Yeah, that's my boy right there. But yeah, we concluded everything with Rampo. We got the glasses that we know, as an audience, we know it's like the placebo effect. He believes, or believed at least, that those were the trigger to activating his powers. And I like the explanation behind everything, because to me, we already discussed it with episode 1, but Rampo is not socially adept at all. In fact, this is my headcanon on it, and this is not meant to be an insult in any way. This is an observation. The way Rampo acts, I would say he's on the autistic spectrum, because he has and it's not severe enough to, it's not really severe, but he just doesn't have common sense. Some things that we would probably believe that, it's like I said, it's common sense. It's second nature to you. He doesn't have those tools to fit in society.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because I remember in VC, late night VC was looking at the whole, I think it was a Jubilee video where it was six autism versus one imposter, and just hearing the different people talk about their experience with dealing with autism and how they interact with each other, it really put in perspective, they really don't understand social norms, and it's a struggle for them to live in a world, because Roper even said in his episode, he feels like he's surrounded by monsters because no one understands what he's going through. And I feel like that's so relatable for a lot of people in any facets of your life, if it's being having autism, or just being indifferent to a different society, or different views. It's crazy.
Yeah, because the whole thing, the whole conflict that he was dealing with is dealing with his own gift, his intelligence. He thought that everybody could see what he was seeing, and because they weren't he thought that because they weren't explicitly saying what he saw, that they were being dishonest or they didn't trust him. He thought something shady was going on because everybody couldn't see. Because to him, it's obvious. It's obvious. You know, he goes to see the theater. He goes in the first 5 minutes. He's the killer. Why is everybody pretending that they don't know who it is? And everybody's like, bro, you just spoiled the movie for us. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, he just doesn't understand. He didn't even understand it was a gift. He just thought this is how people were. And you would think, even in his young age, because he was still a teenager in this flashback, that he would pick up on him having a gift rather than people being malicious towards him.
Yeah, I think that goes back to like how he was just going place to place to place where he never got like a way to like settle down into an environment where he could be taught these things. Because like I feel like because he was never like in a singular location for a long time to develop social skills, he kind of just was able to progress past that initial thought process of his.
Yeah. And he never really needed it for anything. He was getting by okay enough on his own merit, but when it came to this job in particular with someone like Fukuzawa, he had enough patience to try to talk to him and try to, you know, get him to see his own gift. And he just never really had that. And all it really took was that guidance for to him to develop into how we know him to be in current times, where he still has problems. He still isn't a social butterfly by any means necessary, but he could get by better on his own now. He doesn't need anybody holding his hand. So that just goes to show you not only Rampo's growth, but the impact that Fukuzawa had on him.
Yeah, because I think in the one scene where he's driving with the fake police officer, the police officer make a comment saying like, "Hey, you and the detective would be like, you and the bodyguard would be like a powerful duo. Like, you have to stick together." And Rampa's whole thing was saying like, "Oh, I don't think he wants to stick by me that long or take care of me for that long." And it kind of shows how his past, he's shown people have like always like abandoned him in some way or another.
And this is something I just thought of, but doesn't this relationship kind of remind you of the Mori and Chuya thing to some degree? Just of that whole, I have this lost child who has an insane gift, and I'm going to point him in the right direction to use it. That's what I kind of got from it.
I could kind of see that. Yeah, the more I think, I can see it.
Because with Chuya, obviously, it didn't necessarily go in a positive direction because he's in the port mafia. But that just goes to show you like the influence of Mori. But obviously with Fukuzawa, it went in a more positive direction because we know him to be a man of character and morals. And, he guided him to where he's looked at as the greatest detective. So it's interesting to just see those mentor figures and how they were able to cultivate their own talent and utilize them in unique ways. Because Rampo is basically, whenever they're in a rut, just when they can't figure something out, when even like Dazai is stomped out, this is the guy they call on. They call on Rampo. And if ever Mori's in trouble, just strength wise, then Chuya is the guy he's going to call on. He's their ace, so to speak. So yeah, that's what we got. I feel that was definitely some intentional parallel from the author. Those relationships. We got Potato Farmer in the chat. What's good, Potato Farmer?
What's up, Potato Farmer?
So there said Odasaku the GOAT. Seeing Oda like that hurts knowing he died such a pain death. Yeah, true. RP to my man for real.
Oh man.
They had my boy locked up. He said, bro, I could get out of here. He said, bro,
Yeah.
just give me some what was it? Curry rice? What's that? Yeah, I think it was curry rice, something like that. What's good, Choco?
Eat curry rice.
He was eating good though.
Yeah, I don't even trying to get out. I'm trying to make the food a little bit better, man. Man, man. I just want a flashback of Oda, just like in his childhood.
We probably might get that because, as far as I'm aware, we still don't know who that guy was who changed Oda's life. And if this series has been as connected as it's shown itself to be, continuing on with the continuity of everything, that person is probably someone that we've already seen or will see in the future. Because I just can't see that being like some loose end in my eyes.
Yeah. So interesting.
I mean, it could possibly be Natsume because Natsume has been a character that we keep seeing here and there, but he hasn't had a central focus yet. We just know him to be the guy that basically started everything. So it wouldn't surprise me if he had like a bigger role or a more personal role with involving more characters other than just Fukuzawa.
Yeah, because it seemed like his presence, like, because he even had like a whole moment with like Mori too, and like apparently he has some relationship with Mori as well.
Yeah. Oh, they said it was Natsume for real? I don't remember that.
Oh, US. Oh, and I know that.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I've seen season 2 in a minute. I think I only watched season 3 on the for the show.
They could have
podcast.
You know what it is? They probably mentioned him by name, and I just, because we didn't know how the character looked, I couldn't put yeah, because we didn't know how he looked until season 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Because even in his flashback, he was like silhouetted. So that's probably what it was. But yeah, man, Rampo, my goat. But fake ass cop tried to press him, tried to test him. Rampo was like, bro, I already got. Come on now, it's me.
Play with me, man. Put some respect on my name. I'm Himothy.
Come on, man. But all that led to a good moment because when he got brought to the hideout, when Fukuzawa came in there, swanging. By the way, why does whenever someone get beat the fuck up, they ass ends up in the air like that? That's the second time they done this. They got us
KO, man. KO.
Why does he keep turning niggas into booty clappers, bro?
Hey, man, in the words of Pusha, man, hunched over like he.
I think that nigga got off screen too. That's what made it funny. Next time you see just ass in the air, I'm like, bro, why did you beat him that bad?
It's so crazy because like in this world where everybody got special abilities, some people just be moving just without special abilities, like demons.
Yeah, that's what makes him so impressive, man. He just got hands, man. But that led to a good moment with Rampo where Fukuzawa slapped the fuck out that boy. Told him to cherish his life. Stop gambling, bro. This ain't Kakaguri. Stupid ass. He needed that though because and I think in retrospect too, that made that moment where he seals. Oh my god, I never thought about that. So when I was talking about the whole parallel between those two characters, or the relationship between Fukuzawa and Rampo and Mori and Chuya, I forgot that those two matched up and basically canceled each other out.
Oh yeah. That's when he was down my boy Rampo. You said they had nobody to stop him.
Nah, that shit he pulled with old boy in that book. He said, "You come in here. Let's solve some mysteries, my boy." Put that head to use. He changed the whole playing field. So I think, I definitely now thinking about that, I feel like that parallel is definitely intentional.
Yeah.
But yeah. That in retrospect, it makes that moment better because you got to think Rampo was fully confident that, you know, my life ain't going to be in peril here. And even if it was, he was in desperation in that moment, you know, because in his adulthood, I'm sure those words of "don't gamble your life away" were ringing through his head thanks to why can't I say names today? Fukuzawa. All right.
Yeah. It's just so Rampa's character is just so good because like you kind of see the differences between like him and how like because one thing about the Bungou Stray Dogs that I love is that each character is mentored a different way.
Yeah.
Like the way each person is cultivated really shows about who's cultivating them and what does that individual person needs to be cultivated with.
Different methods to everybody.
Yeah.
Fukuzawa was probably just the best overall person because I mean he ain't evil, so that's gonna be real helpful. And he's hands on. I think that's also very helpful. But some people aren't going to be receptive to that. If you think of someone like oh my god, Akutagawa?
Yeah, Akutagawa,
Yeah. I feel like he wouldn't be as receptive to someone like Fukuzawa. You know, because Mori has this whole hands-off approach. He's like, yo, get me results. Hey, you cool. Go wild.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But in that case, with Coach Akutagawa, ooh, these Japanese names kicking our ass today.
Yeah.
He still had Dazai who kind of like reined him in when he was going too crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you would say Dazai is more of his mentor figure than Mori?
Yeah, because I think he always looking for Dazai's approval, and it's never about what Mori like feels about him.
Okay. Yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah.
Dazai's just like, fuck up again, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Ain't no room for no mistakes.
Yeah, he said, "What, your ability can't catch bullets?" He said, "Nah, I can't. All right, let's try it." About to cock that gun back. That's like nasty, man. That man nasty.
He pressed that man. He said, "Stop capping."
Yeah.
Oh man. Let me read the chat a little bit. Yeah, when Oda was fighting Gide? Fuyador just came out of nowhere in the end of episode 3. Yeah. Proper beating. He said that the organization wasn't V but 5. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what that means exactly.
Oh, I think it's like V means it's 5.
No. I don't mean because that's the whole Roman numerals thing. But I meant like what's the significance of it being 5 rather than V? Is that supposed to indicate like there are 5 members that we should be worried about or something?
Maybe.
Because as far as I'm aware, there isn't an organization that we already know of as 5, right?
Yeah, it's not. I think the only organizations we know so far that are not like our main ones are like the international. I don't know if they're the international or they're like the UK division of the gifted division.
Mm-hmm.
Because they came out this season 2 and was basically for the bomb the whole district.
Yeah.
If they ain't clean shit up.
So, well, I'll say like when he said it was 5, like the first thing that I thought of in my mind was the executives, because you know there's 5 executives in the port mafia. So, or I guess old boy died. He took care of one of old boys, so I guess it's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's anybody that's even in a ballpark of Fuyador. We in trouble. We are in trouble. Which he's got to come back at some point. There's no way the rats are done.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh, it was something. I don't know if you caught this, but during the actual play, did you get to read some of the play that was going on in the background?
No, I did not.
So I was trying to read it, and I was trying to read it again while I was setting up for the pod. But the play was kind of like talking about like gifted people and like how they're seen as the devils, and like they're trying to cleanse the gifted people from this world. And you know, what's his name? Fuyador's whole thing is about like killing gifted, and basically eradicating them because he thinks they're abominations.
Okay.
Yeah, because I noticed that, and with the whole playwriter as well, the whole script writer, the fact that they hired him and that play was about gifted people and them being seen as the devil and stuff like that really ties into like there's this be like V and Fedora being the same, like being a part of that.
Okay. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's weird too though, just cause them boys got slumped for basically nothing, dog. Nigga trolled the whole audience for some shits and giggles. Realized that everybody wasn't fucking with it, and then just got killed off screen.
Oh yeah. That shit was crazy, and it's funny like seeing like their whole plan and how they was trying to go about it, because they was going to get the pain from Nozomi to basically get a track of like all the gifted people. So I think it said like gifted people are like tracked or like put an account of.
Yeah, I think they specifically said that because he was in like some witness protection, like something weird.
Yeah.
That's why he had the whole thing in his cane. Which we got to see more from Natsume.
Yeah.
To see exactly, because he even stunned Rampo, because Rampo was taken off guard by him, like, oh, you let all of this happen because you wanted us to, basically carry out the work.
Yeah, that was surprising because Rampo's like really never stumped with people. Like he really sees them like straight up, and the fact that Natsume was able to stomp him shows what kind of caliber person he is.
Yeah, it seems like he might be 99 overall, because if he's anywhere near Rampo intellectually and also up there in power, then that's basically Dazai on steroids.
Yeah. Potato Farmer said it's really interesting how they flipped the whole Dazai and Kutagawa's thing, because the IRL it was the opposite, since the real Dazai looked up to the real Kutagawa. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's so interesting. That's why Bungou Straight was so interesting, because like I feel like the mangaka, him or her, are very knowledgeable in these stories and were able to take influence from the stories and like basically add them to the character, which I appreciate. I appreciate people do their history and their work on stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, they're making it their own thing. It'll be less interesting if it kind of, I don't know, if like all these characters were like copies of like their real life counterparts, because then we would kind of know what to expect. It just seemed like a starting point, like a spur of inspiration, and it gives it more flair.
Yeah, and I feel like it rewards the viewers for being knowledgeable on literature from different like countries. Yeah,
and that's another point about it too. It's not like you have to be knowledgeable about these writers and these books to enjoy the story, because I don't be knowing shit. Like I be recognizing some of these names, like I've heard them before, but I've never read any of these stories. So, but I still enjoy it. It's just a cool layer to everything.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like what we learned in this flashback was just that someone like Rampo, and I believe the fake cop was telling us about it, he can't function, or he can't utilize his ability without somebody like a Fukuzawa to shield him, because he pulled the blicky out. It was like, yo, you smart as fuck. What you gonna do against this?
Outsmart these bullets, nigga.
Yeah. And that's always a funny and interesting thing to me, is when someone changes the playing field, when we know somebody dominates a certain aspect of the verse they're in, whether it be intellect, combat prowess, whatever. And it's always interesting to me when someone flips that on them and go, okay, I'm not playing your game, I'm playing this game. And then it's completely, they don't know what to do. Some people don't know how to react. Rampo, if it wasn't for Fukuzawa, would have just died. He would have been a smart, greatest detective in the world that never got to do anything because he just didn't have that power. He couldn't stop the bullet,
Yeah, he would have been a pack.
Yeah, pretty much. But
it kind of. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, but that's why Fukuzawa was needed.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of, like, it's a little off topic, but like the My Hero Forest training arc, where like literally it was just a guy in a mask with a gun taking out the students.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Mustard.
All these special powers got exploding sweat, fire, eyes, big hands, gun. Give me a gun.
Gun and gas, boy.
Yeah.
Certainly out of them fields. I think too, we still gonna be off topic, but I think too what that arc was showing us is just that how underprepared that class was to deal with true threats, because a lot of people were just plain terrified. And you have to have an ironclad resolve to be, all right, I gotta handle this, I gotta do this and this and this. You gotta, and I guess that kind of connects into the Bungo Stray Dogs things, because it's not enough to have the knowledge and be smart. You have to learn how to utilize it. And that was Rampo's issue. He's so smart, but he doesn't know how to talk to people, and that's going to hurt you a lot. And you're so smart, but you're not strong enough. And he's never going to be strong enough, but I mean, that's why he has everybody else around him. They know how to protect him.
It's also funny because, like, these two episodes, you kind of see like the foundation of the organization getting built. Because I think he mentioned a scene where, like, Rumple's very intelligent, but his mouth would get him in trouble. Maybe he should be armed, and you get a little title card when it's like, detectives should be armed.
Yeah. You give him a little, you know what I'm saying, with a switch. Hold on.
Stop it, man. Stop it. It's not Chirac.
Get him a little something, bro. I'll definitely have him strapped up at least. Like, he ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be Dazai, but you got to have some contingency plan.
Hold on, man. He gonna run to a Debo. We gonna
Debo.
make me mad.
I mean, shit. With all these powers they be having, everybody damn near Debo.
Yeah.
Potato Farmer said, it's really interesting to see how the gifted are like rumored people rather than being completely known to the public. Yeah, that was also something too that Fukuzawa had to like smooth over. It's the fact that Rampo was like announcing him being gifted to everybody, and how that was the issue. Because I never really, well, I guess I did know, but I guess that slipped my mind that this is supposed to be a hush hush secret for everybody. They're not supposed to know about all this stuff.
Yeah,
it's because we're always involved with gifted people that I kind of forget that.
Yeah, that's like I hate going off topic again, but kind of like I don't know if you read Tokyo Ghoul, right?
I'm aware of it, but I haven't read it.
Okay, so like it's like in Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Re, the main character switches sides, and we get to see like both sides, like being an investigator and being a ghoul, and you kind of realize, like, in the outside looking world, after looking in, most everyday Japanese people don't know that ghouls exist. They're like a myth.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so like because like we're inside the world and we're surrounded by like the people who know, it kind of feel like common knowledge to everybody besides us.
Yeah. I mean, that's also a little applicable to Hunter x Hunter, especially with this boat thing that we have, because a lot of people don't know about Nen, and I think more so in that current arc, you're seeing that because a lot of people just straight up fight with guns.
Yeah.
Give my boy a sword. Give my boy a sword. I don't know. You gotta have skill to get a sword. You can't just be a random person with a sword, bro. That's why I say get a gun.
Yeah.
You could be your average Joe and still catch some packs with a gun.
Yeah. You ain't got to shoot a gun. You ain't got to shoot a gun in the right. You still catch the body. Put it in the side like it's in a box.
Yeah. Some accidental shit. Tato Farmer say we might see more in episode 4. I'm hoping. That's my goat. Niggas know that's my goat. You know, sprinkle a little Kiko in there, a little, you know what I'm saying? A dash. If you so will. Bro, I'm telling you, if we ever get a flashback, bro, of her, I don't care what the flashback is. I'm automatically claiming that's the best. Agenda out.
Nasty work, man.
You know what's going on. You know what's going on. I think in Bungou it's more that people in power know the existence of the gifted. Well, yeah, that's true. But I meant more so like the general public. I'm kind of, I guess, spoiled in the sense that I keep forgetting that, oh yeah, this isn't a normal occurrence, or it isn't normal to be involved with all these gifted people, because most of the time that we see Bungou straight all characters, we're fighting with the gifted. It's usually we're not involved with normal people that are focused on.
It would just be a wash, honestly. That's happened as season 3, episode 1. Well, that was episode 4, I believe.
Yeah.
But thought shit was sweet, man. Thought the armed detective was pussy.
Nah, when he ran up on a coffee shop, man. You know, he had the nails, took his nails and everything, was talking that shit. He had called somebody. I forgot what he was calling them for, but they realized that he was messing with the agency. They said, bro, what are you doing? He was like, what the hell are you talking about? They came in the crib, bro. Kiko came in with a chainsaw man on this nigga. Oh, Lord. Rude awakening, bro.
Yeah, man. Then he can get the memo, man. He supposed to know, I don't mess with the port mafia, I don't mess with the armed detective. Everybody else, free game.
Yeah. Stay in your little pond, bro. This ain't what you want. But nah, I think, overall, I was really satisfied with this whole flashback. It's just good to see the origins of Rampo and how he became who he is today, the impact that Fukuzawa had on him. And it just, in general, it just makes him look like a better leader than, you know, what we thought he was to be. So, you know, good stuff from both of them. I think the only thing to really add is that we didn't touch on is that we got a little bit of Fukuzawa and his shameful past that he carries. Because he talked about, I mean, like how I think we speculated on why he ended up like leaving his assassination work, and I think my idea was like he killed a friend and doing his work or something, but he describes it as he was killing so many people, doing it so often that he was actually looking forward to the work, and something happened and he took a step back from that and just completely quit cold turkey. Do you think we're going to get more from that, or do you think that's just what it is? Because they never give like an explanation for like some key moment happening exactly. Like we understand the thought process, but it's not like we know exactly why he even stopped to think to himself, maybe I shouldn't be killing niggas, you know?
Yeah, give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, I got you. So let me read the chat. Like the guild, for example, were comprised of a lot of wealthy or successful people who weren't exactly tied to the government. True. Well, I'll just speak my piece on it. I feel like we may get something else from his past, maybe, just because he's such an integral character and he touches so many lives in a story that easily he could have more to his backstory to properly explain exactly how he came to be like the moral compass that we know he is to be. But I'm not exactly sure. They could just leave it at that, and it's not like it's unsatisfactory. It's just, I don't know. I thought there was going to be some moment or something, like somebody talking to him or something that he was just too traumatized to, continue on with that lifestyle that made him change into the person we know he is to be today. Potato Farmer said he was lost into the sense of killing, which is what I think Oda was saying. Yeah, they're very, very similar characters. It's kind of like Oda is walking the same path that he already walked.
Yeah. And I really like that Fukuzawa was able to realize, like, it's just hard for someone to realize on their own that, like, yeah, maybe this is not good anymore. Maybe just being a blind killer and being like happy for the kill is like not really what I want in my life.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like the way Moria was hyping him up, like he was a demon. He was a demon.
Had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not doing this with gifts.
Yeah.
Potato Farmer said we might have more to do with Fukuzawa's backstory with that one guy he called to meet up with Oda. Huh.
Oh yeah.
True.
I wonder who that guy was.
I don't know. You're talking about we're both talking about like the Scar guy. He was in
in jail.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. Pretty sure we haven't seen him before.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Like they always do that to where they kind of tease something in the future in the flashbacks. So it may happen in another season. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, I have a question, Satsuki.
What's good?
How do you feel about like, so the whole thing where we learn about like the 5 objectives? It's like basically like get rid of gifters. I wonder, are they gonna have some relation to like Asuchi's Asachi's caretaker, because he kind of like said something similar of like him being a devil and being a demon.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Asushi.
Oh,
Asushi?
okay, you're talking about okay. So wait, what are you saying exactly?
Oh, I'm saying like, I wonder will his mindset of calling him, because he knew he was a were-tiger.
Yeah.
I wonder will that mindset be something the 5 have, or we have some kind of connection to the 5 as well.
Oh, okay. Do you think it's possible that they try to recruit him?
Yeah, or maybe he was a part of them.
Oh, okay.
Because the hate he had for like the were-tiger was kind of like, it's the very first time we see someone like outside who wasn't gifted, like have a disdain for gifted as well.
Yeah, it's possible. Usually when we see like a lot of these groups, like somebody has a connection to them in some way through their past. So that could be something. And then too, with the promise that we know that he made to Akutagawa, like where they were supposed to have like this, they're promised to have like some big fight at the end. Yeah, I could see that happening, because that could lead into the port mafia being involved. But yeah, I'm not really sure how this whole thing is going to work. I mean, as far as I know, Fuyador is still locked up. So if we do see the 5, it's going to be to get this guy out.
Yeah, or we'll get some like law-abiding citizen shit, or like he's doing everything from his cell.
Boy, they release him. That'd be the worst thing you ever do. I don't know. I'm putting some charges on him. I'm putting crack in his jacket, something.
I'm just killing him. Fuck that. I'm killing him.
Nah, you probably want to do that too. You know the crazy thing about him is we don't know what the fuck he can do.
We really don't.
We don't know what the fuck this nigga does.
What
like,
does he even do?
Yeah, I just thought about it. We don't know how any of his powers work.
No.
Cause that dude died thinking like, I gotta figure it out. Bro, we don't know what he did. You don't know what he did. Shit, he probably don't even know what he did at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man, man. When he get free, dog, we gonna be in for some good shit.
Oh yeah.
He said, I think he was working with Fukuzawa when he was in this business of assassination. Yeah, probably. Because when he gave the whole declaration that, when he told Oda basically, I'll lie in the trial, you know, if you could basically help me with the whole Rampo situation, as he was like looking for where exactly he was. So he basically was willing to forsake his moral standards to save Rampo. So yeah, he probably was working with him or whatever, knew his personality, and that's kind of why, because when he did that, he kind of like walked off as if he was proud or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably was a partner in crime or something like that.
Yeah.
In the same field.
It could just probably be just mutual respect, because like he even mentioned it, like Oda even mentioned it, like for someone like you who has been strong in your convictions to like throw it away for one person, he must have, it must be an honor for him to have someone like you in his corner. Yeah.
True that. You could that goes to show you why Rampo loves that man so much. Cause when he was sidelined, when he thought he could die, Rampo was breaking down.
Yeah. He said, "We built this shit." Brick.
For real though. My man really pulled a Vash, was dodging point blank shots. Yeah. It was nasty out there, man. Just don't mess with Fukuzawa, don't mess with Oda, you know what I'm saying? Just leave him alone. Alone.
Like the Minato shit. Hey man, run on side orders, man.
And I was underestimated Fukuzawa so much too when I first started Bungo Stray Dogs. I was like, look at this dork. Yeah, then I had to learn he was really out on the fields. No, not to say he doesn't have powers, but he doesn't need his powers to beat your ass. That's We got Chibi in the chat too. Break by break. What's good, Chibi?
Ooh. Oh my God! Hey, what's up, Chibi? With Riz. I know he'll appreciate that.
Anything else you want to say before we head out? Because I think we talked good enough about both episodes.
I think that's everything. I'm really happy to see what this season's gonna turn out to.
It has a lot of potential. I'll say that much. So like season 3 is still my favorite by far, because I think every season got better for me. So by that metric alone, I'm hoping that season 4 follows the same trend of each one being better. It already has a strong start with this flashback, although, you know, like me and Perry said, we think the season 1 flashback was stronger, but I mean, even then, season 2 had a better flashback than season 3, but season 3 ended up being better overall. So the same could be said about this season. It's just, in Fuyador we trust. If he is the main antagonist, we in for some shit.
Oh yeah.
Especially if we get promises of a bigger role, because he was in season 3, but he didn't really have he wasn't in there that much. Like he had that strong start, maybe like the first 2 episodes, something, or not first 2 episodes, like the episodes like 4 or 5, so, yeah, something like that. And then he was just kind of in the background, just chilling. But if he becomes more prominent in this season or future season, bro, I'm telling you, and he's with the shits.
Oh yeah, man. When he like his plans got plans. He was like, all right, the first plan gonna blow Maury thing up. They walk up to him and stab him, poison him. I was like, damn, this man really out here plotting.
Bro, Dazai couldn't compete with the man. Like, that shit shocked me. Dazai had this whole thing where they were looking for the guy, the main guy, the guy who was basically like stunting their abilities and everything, who had the virus. Dazai guessed wrong. He didn't have the guy right. I was like, yo, bro, Dazai, he is, man, it's getting kind of crazy out here. To think that it's someone that could compete with him intellectually on the opposing side and could possibly be a problem power-wise, that's scary. Because what he was doing, he took Mori and he took Fukuzawa off the board immediately.
Yeah.
And then made them fight each other. He said, I'm not even fighting y'all. Y'all niggas do that work for me. He's a scary opponent. You don't want to fight him. Season 2 is still my favorite, I think, even though season 3 had a lot of good tension, like that Oda flashback still gives me chills. I feel that. The gunfight between Oda and Gide is still one of the best I've seen from any anime. Yeah, it was a strong conclusion, man. Oda's one of my favorites. Top 5 for sure.
That fight reminds me of the Vash versus Nas fight, the final fight.
Oof, that was heat too.
Yeah.
Hopefully get something like that from the new anime.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. There's so much stuff you can do with 3D animation that you can't do with 2D.
Yeah. And what I like about it too, and this is probably the last thing I say, is that with the new Trigun anime, what I like is they're making Vash a staple villain early on. They're already showing. What's up? Or I said Vash. Yeah, Knives. They're already making him a staple villain early on. Because one criticism I'll have of the Trigun anime is that Knives doesn't become in the focal. He's in the focal point until the last couple of episodes. Like, you are aware of him, but he doesn't really do anything until, again, like the last 2 episodes, something like that. But here, they're already showing you bits and pieces like, okay, Vash is doing something here. They show you the flashback a little bit. I think at the end of episode 1, like, you see Kid Vash like laughing, or not Vash, Kid Nas laughing at Vash. They doing a good job so far. I'm definitely excited to see how that whole thing is going to end. I wonder how many episodes it's going to be.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Because original Dragon had 24 episodes, right?
Yeah. Let me check Stampede. And honestly, it didn't need 24 episodes. Because a lot of things you can attribute to it being filler. Yeah, I don't think it has a set number of episodes, but man, give me 24 episodes of that. Shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be off topic. I mean, we probably just end it here. But I wonder if we're gonna introduce what's that guy name? Not Knives, but Knives second in command.
Legato.
Yeah.
Boy.
I can't wait for the scene in the bar. Oh man.
Yeah, Legato was, man. Yeah, he ain't gonna count. He better than Nas, bro. What he was able to, I won't spoil for anybody who hasn't read it or watched it. I won't spoil, but man, he was pushing Vash.
Yeah,
he pushed him. I love when villains do that. But appreciate everybody who showed up, especially Potato Farmers, especially Chibi, especially Darius, especially Choco. You know what I'm saying? Morgan was in here. Appreciate everybody who showed up. I still don't know how our schedule's gonna look. I don't know if you want to do Fridays or Thursday, Perry. Like, how you feel?
Thursdays is 5. We do Choco and I do Namachi.
Okay. I mean, I could do Fridays. I'm
Okay.
usually not busy.
All right, we did the Fridays then.
Yeah, so expect Fridays around this time, 6, 7-ish, something like that. I think that fits me and Perry's schedule. Either way,
Yeah.
we always talk about it beforehand, and you'll see a scheduled podcast. So if you want to catch that, just be on the lookout on the channel. Usually I never do it spontaneously. Like I said, I'll schedule it some hours before it ends, so people will get a memo. So Fridays around this time, keep that in mind. We will be back next week, presumably, to talk about another episode. But that's all I gotta say.